Yo!
I just hope YouTube got that because I don't know what.
Didn't.
Yeah.
It's back.
We back. Boy, has it been long, boy. Woo!
Yes, sir.
Bro, like, it feels like a whole lifetime went by, bro. It feels like we died, reincarnated, and we now on Sagittarius X34 across the fucking galaxy and shit, but like, this is a new iteration of humanity, but like, we just back, bro.
Oh. Yeah, man. And this time, man, I got a baby mama, 3 kids, mortgage.
Oh my!
You know what I'm saying?
Satsuki.
Bounty hunters came after me and shit.
Oh shit!
I was just gonna say we all grew beards, but
no, I still don't got that, but yeah.
Oh shit! That's the only difference, huh, Matt? We just grew beards in this new humanity.
Yeah. What we're supposed to do? Grow beard? Just sit there, stare at the screen, have a refresh, grow beard a bit more.
I wish. Oh my god.
Oh shit, man! It's we had a lot of ups and downs. I guess over the past like 2 years now. I guess with this whole worldwide incident that's just going on. And now that I won't necessarily say that the author is being affected by this, but the workload I guess is showing up for whatever particular reason. We are just now getting out of the delay. If you're watching this video years later, if you don't know the exact context to which we're talking about, we've just been through about a 2 to 3 month hiatus of One Punch Man content. It's been at least 2 to 3 months since the last chapter release, and I would even venture to say it's been like 3 months and 2 weeks. A long time, very, very, very long time. The community is coming out strong though. So, if you guys want to, I guess, immerse yourselves, hop into the One Punch Man sphere. Subscribe, bitch. Like the video, bitch. Finna blow up. You already know. You already know. As you already heard, though, the journey will not be taken alone. We got the boys here. The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town.
You know what I was saying?
Boys are back in town. Wow.
Listen, it's your boy Satsuki the Slug today in honor of my boy Black Sperm. Like Grim said, it's been like 3 to 4 months since the last chapter, and I think we'll talk about it more in depth. But I haven't been really keen on the redraws, as you will hear more about. But I am happy that we got One Punch Man back because it's been needed. It's been a void in my heart since the last chapter that we had of this fight, and we got to continue. So and more than that, I'm happy just to be on this podcast again because I miss the boys. It's been a long time since we got together.
Bruh, when I heard we was doing the podcast, my dick got hard. Whoop.
I have no idea what the hell you just said.
Good.
All right.
What's good, Matt Sundown?
Hey, it has been a while. I have missed the podcast because when we don't talk, once the podcast ends, we don't talk to each other at all. It shows how strong we are as work colleagues because we just have no communication outside the podcast. It's powerful. I love it. Yeah, I mean, generally, it's been a long time since One Punch Man. I was talking to these guys about it. It's been like we're probably closer to 3-4 months than anything. And the redraws, you know, I want new chapters, but the redraws haven't been bad. You know, keep it short. Orochi's new final form's cooler. Murata came out with an animation that actually blew all of season 2 out of water. And it's just been a while. And like Satsuki said, I'm just happy we're doing the podcast again. It's been a while since we talked, and I'm ready to talk about One Punch Man.
Damn, bro. Sundown sleep already, man?
Yeah, it's been a minute. Yeah, but I'm ready to talk about One Punch. Everyone's already talked about the redraws, which I accidentally read. And my sensei Satsuki has shown me the way and has not read them. So I'm a big fan, and one day I'll get your autograph. But yeah, I'm excited to talk about this chapter. It should be a good podcast.
Unfortunately, Kishin and Stebo couldn't make it. Kishin had a doctor's appointment. But he did do a live reaction. So if you guys want to check out his opinion and viewpoint and reaction to the chapter, go to his channel and check that out. Without further ado, though, this podcast is going to be a little bit more immersive. So we're going to have to check out. The intent is to look at the entirety of the Garou versus Bang fight so far. One Punch Man has a habit, and it's not a bad habit. I would even say it's one of its strong points. An ability it has, even, to switch amongst fights in different perspectives in fights, even at different time periods. You may be getting the mental opinion of one fighter in one fight, while in a different fight in the same chapter, see nothing but hands-on brawl. Motherfuckers out there just dropping rover cannons, bitch. Sorry for the F-bomb. Out there just flying around.
Yeah, mate, it's been 3 months. Grimm's matured. He swore and he was like, I'm sorry about the F-bomb, boys.
But that's one thing that happens to be a strong point of One Punch Man, but it also makes it difficult to follow the entirety of fights at one point. You can't even go on YouTube a lot of times to see the entire fight. You got to find it, pick it out yourself. A lot of times there aren't references on the internet to tell you which chapters are the entirety of the fight and which portion of those chapters, so you can connect them all together and see it as one full fight. We're going to try to do that right now, right here.
Hey, yo, hold on.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, Stebo, you're not just gonna sneak up in here, bro.
This
Get
nigga
off of
Steve-O
mute.
snuck up in that pit?
Hey, what's up?
Oh, my dick just got hard when he said that.
Oh my god.
I'm happy I could do that for you.
What's good, Stebo?
I just woke up. I'm just chilling.
Damn, bro, I haven't heard Steve-O's voice in a long ass time.
You know what I'm saying?
Haven't got the chapter in a long time.
Shit. How you been, baby?
I just been enjoying myself.
I don't know what that means, but alright.
Everything, going to work, jacking off, playing video games.
Ooh.
And not in that order.
Yeah. I try not to jack off before work, though.
That's not all right. I will hope not, bro. I will hope not.
Oh, shit. Alright, so then let's begin. For your reference, we will be the fight between Garou and Bang starts at chapter 148 up until the present point. So we're going to be going throughout all those chapters, or those 2 chapters, as we talk about in the beginning of this podcast. Obviously, we can't show the images because of copyright reasons. So if you would like the link to actually read the chapters, you can go into the chat right now, and there should be a moderator there. I will post a link. Otherwise, you can check in the description of this video or any video on this channel and click the link for the Discord. It'll say Discord, and it'll have a link underneath it. Click that, join. It's completely free. You don't have to pay for anything. And it's a widely used, free, safe community site called Discord. You click on there, you join our server, which is called Grimm's Dojo, and you have access to every single link for all the chapters. We can get you a link for whatever. You can also join the community and talk and discuss One Punch Man in general, as well as anything else, pretty much 24/7.
Bad time to support the official release. Or
Yo,
What happened to Matt?
yeah, bro, it sounds like he put his mic in his ass.
what?
You sound far like I think maybe your mic setting switched into like your I don't know. But
give me a
you sound
sec.
far away from your mic. I don't know why.
Let me use a second to share this video.
But when Grim, when you say a safe community, what do you mean by that?
That's the sound of a safe community.
Y'all niggas know what I mean when I say safe. Yeah. Like say from viruses from the internet.
Okay, yeah, okay, that's true. That's pretty true.
Yeah, you know. If you're talking about emotional safety, nah.
Man,
Nah.
man. That's what I was about to say, man.
Ain't none of that, bitch. Ain't none of that.
Hey, also just quickly, Grim, your chat, like, the stream you put as 149, it's 150 at the moment.
Oh my god. Bro, I put 149 there. Tripping, dog. Alright, here we go. Now let's start, bro. All these delays and all these. Let's start, bro. Alright, so
Alright.
I'm gonna narrate the fight. If you guys got any comments or anything to speculate on or discuss, let me know.
Please, I just want to hear how you're going to narrate this fight. Go for it.
Alright, and there we go here. We got Bang and Garou out there standing up looking cock D's. Look at it. Oh, bro, look at Bang's eyes, bro. Low key, bro. Bang look almost as intense as Garou here on this first page. When they're both posted up, standing up at each other. Bang's like, what a sorry state you're in. But like just talking shit off the bat, bro. Like, we gotta keep in mind Bang's stance during this fight, right? In regards to his emotional and mental state. Bang isn't really like nice. Like his dialogue in fights is like cocky and confident. Remember when Melzagard smacked his ass across the city bit and he just got up, just sitting there like, I got that king out my back. Like this he's cocky. I think this is another instance of him like showing his confidence and cockiness, his personality in any instance, even when confronting his disciple. What do you guys feel about Bang's emotional state in his dialogue at the beginning of the fight?
I feel like just in that first encounter, it seems like disappointment a little bit, like a father about to whoop the shit out of his kid. Like you fallen this far that you can't even speak to me, boy. That's the kind of vibe I get from it.
Damn. Matt Sundown?
Yeah, same for me. The way he's just looking at him, he's kind of looking down at him, but not the same way Black Sperm would look down at someone. More kind of like, yeah, you've really fallen this low. You ain't worth shit no more.
Yeah, I mean, especially with like what we've seen in like the latest chapter, it's a case of we know this is kind of what he sees himself as at one point. So this is why he's probably really harsh on himself, because he knows what he used to be like as well. So like he's probably in particularly to Garou, because obviously Garou was his main student. So it is very much just it's like beating up on Garou for like doing this, but also beating himself up for being like this.
Steve-O?
I feel like he like Ice Cube. I started this gangster shit, and this the motherfucking thanks I get.
Hello.
The context. That's just spot on.
Wait. Hold on. Did that? I swear, that's Dr. Dre, man.
Oh, that's Dr. Dre. Yeah, that's Dr. Dre. Yeah. Same,
I
nigga.
had to think about it.
Same, nigga. Ice Cube more than likely wrote it for him, so it don't matter.
Now that's probably facts. That's probably facts.
All right. So we get our boy Bang out here, like we talking about. He's not only disappointed and assertive about his disappointment. He out there, he bout it, bro. Not only did he pull out the abandonment breath, talking about with my own hands, I'll make you come to your senses. And pulled out, bro. The ground is shaking behind him, bro. Underneath him, bro. He took out his shirt already. Like it looks like Bang is ready to fight, ready to go full power with it. And he drops his quote here. This is in reference and in context to the current chapter. Somebody else, I think it was Draglogia. Shout out to Draglogia, old boy. The noble. For pointing out this dialogue here. Now remember, this is a translation instance, so we could find in the Viz or some other translation that it's different or word differently. But the gist of it is, for one last time, I'll go all out. Come! Then in this chapter here, in the current chapter 150, we get some reference to Bang talking about retiring, this being his final fight.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to the current day real fast. Is Bang gonna retire? Yes or no?
No, I don't think he will. I feel like it's a thing that he's saying it like in theory. Like, first of all, I don't think he's going to bring Garou back to his side. I think like that's a stipulation in it. If I succeed in this, I'll retire. I don't think he himself will succeed in this, and maybe that will play into why he doesn't end up retiring. Maybe it'll become a situation where he's thinking, I still have a lot of unfinished business. I still have a lot of people that look up to me and a lot of pupils and a lot of things that I could do as a hero still. So I don't think he's retiring after this fight. I can't see it.
I mean, I think he could retire because if this is like to him, like he's throwing everything he can into this, you know. This is like he's might be like after this fight, like he might I can't do anymore. Not necessarily like quit the Hero Association. He could do other stuff there. But even if it's like helping out, like more behind the scenes, like teaching like up and coming heroes, maybe obviously, you know, incorporate his dojo more there as well, especially because he needs new pupils. But I think he's pretty like if this has like been his big goal for a while now, his big goal has been to, you know, get Garou, retire as a hero, and then become just a student and master again together, regain that life that they had before. Unless like something massive happens with Garou next, I think that's what he's going to do.
Yeah, I think I agree more with Matt, where I feel like Bang will retire to an extent, but that doesn't then mean that he loses his heroic aspects. He might still be working alongside the Hero Association. You know, if Saitama comes up against someone, or if Genos comes up against someone, I don't see why Bang wouldn't help out. He seems to be that type of guy. But I do think the kind of his arc is coming to a close in terms of going from martial artist to hero, then kind of retiring back into that guise of a martial artist again, for the sake of his student, even though it might not work out that way. I feel like it has to kind of go that way.
Yeah, I think it's also just generally, I notice with a lot of older characters in stories, there's always this kind of like passing of the torch, you know? Like Bang is the oldest out of all the heroes. So this could be his time where he's like, you know, I've done my time helping out. It's time to pass the torch to someone younger, like whether it's Garou or Genos or any of the US class heroes or Saitama. And this is like his way of like, no, I've done my bit to help out the world now. It's time for you guys to step up and do it.
It'd be weird because I don't know. I have really mixed feelings about it. I know we'll be referencing it more once we get to actually 150 and looking through the flashback. We'll be able to give even more context to whether Bang should retire or not. But right now, with 150 not that fresh in my memory, with the context of all of One Punch Man fresh in my memory, like I don't think we've seen enough of Bang for him to have the right to retire. Like he doesn't even have the context in the story of being like somebody who's done that much. Like all the stuff that we're hearing and that we're seeing in this one chapter now, it's a single chapter. This is a single chapter where we see flashbacks of Bang when he was younger. The entire rest of the story has been this old man Bang. And sure, I guess we could give that could be the reason why, or the context as to why we don't see him going crazy, see him doing as much as like maybe Genos, who does the most, right? Is because he's older, and maybe he did do that in his past, and confirmed that's what he was doing, fighting everybody and doing that thing to niggas on a regular bit. Like I was old boy. I haven't seen enough of it though. Like I don't want another flashback, but if I do get another flashback, I want it to be like a real fight, not some like Bomb bodies that nigga for fun. Like no, I want like Bang to go out and show me why he stopped using that technique there. Like I know that Bomb's the one who made you stop using it, but what were you doing before? Who was the strongest guy you fought before Bomb? You know, like whatever you encountered. I want more of combat from Bang before you can retire from combat.
Do you think that you're just because I didn't either? Like, do you think you're not as okay with retirement also because it's something you didn't think about? Because literally until that latest chapter, I didn't think like retirement is even a thing for any hero to do.
Yeah, it wasn't even a concept to me. Like retire, like, what's we call it? Blast isn't retired. That nigga's old as fuck too. Like,
but there's like Blast old and there's Bang old. There's an age gap between them. They're different generations.
For sure. I would much less expect Blast to retire than Bang for sure. But no, you may be right. You may be right. The fact that we just haven't had the concept of retirement for heroes in the story in general could be the reason why it doesn't seem to mesh for Bang. But yeah, I guess if anybody were to be retiring, I guess him and Beaufoy would be the best candidates.
Well, first I want to like kind of respond to that and like ask my own question. It's just the thought when I was live reacting to this. I was thinking that we're thinking about Bang's age and him doing what he's been doing for all this time, but the Hero Association hasn't been a thing for that long. It's not like he's been doing this for like 20 plus years or something like that, and like he became a hero in his advanced age, and I think that's kind of important. He hasn't like the toll on his body and everything hasn't been all because of hero work. That's just been him fighting. So I think like that has to be taken into context. But the other question I wanted to ask you guys in relations to like his retirement is, if he doesn't have the option of being a master, having that master and student relationship with Garou, do you think that changes whether or not he retires? Because to me, it seems like he's thinking of retirement because he wants to go back to that relationship. But what if that relationship isn't possible to go back to, considering what we've seen from Garou?
I think so. I don't mean to add a question to your question, but I think the question of whether he's willing to let somebody else kill Garou would be the answer to your question. Because reasonably, right? We're being frank here. We're not taking into account story context. This is narrative context. How people write, how people tell stories. The strongest candidates for me to bring down Garou in order, from most likely to least likely, is Saitama, Bang, or one of the individuals who Garou has fought. Tadio is, I want to say, below all of those individuals who Garou has fought in regards to stopping Garou or breaking him from the transformation or getting him out of the monster state. He's on that list, though. I think One Punch Man has shown the evidence that Tadio has a lot of sway with Garou. More sway than almost anybody. In particular, more sway than Bang, an individual who we would think has the most sway. I don't see anybody else coming into that relationship or coming into the situation to be able to derail or defeat Garou. And if that's the case, if Bang is going to fail, which I think he's gonna fail, that's why we have Metal Bat here. That's why we have Genos here. That's why we have who else did this nigga fight? No,
Tank Top.
Tank Top, yeah.
But he's gone. He's out of commission too. It's really just and Genos is out of commission too. It's really just Metal Bat. Like, and I may even just be hopeful. The reality of the situation may be that it's really just Bang, Tario, and Saitama. Those are the only three individuals who can end the storyline for Garou. Darkshine isn't doing that shit. He's probably going to get surpassed right now. Once he surpasses Bang, we could even talk about that. We can even have a discussion about that, and I expect arguments about that. Once Garou surpasses Bang, we're talking about him already being stronger than Darkshine. Atomic Samurai versus Flashy and Atomic Samurai versus Garou is an instance that we got to see because we don't know how he's going to do it against top tier weapons users. Darkshine mentioned about those guys. We know he's not on Tatsumaki's level yet. Beaufoy's a whole different game. Child Emperor is in his grasp. I think Child Emperor can be beaten right now by Garou, especially with the nerf that he got. I think he can be beaten by Garou. So that's more than half the S class. We're talking about the top tier of the S class, a top echelon. Who's gonna stop Garou? If Bang can't stop Garou right now, I think retirement should be out of question. I agree with you. But then who? Then what? Like, what happens if Bang can't beat Garou right now?
Well, not. I don't want to like stray away from what you're asking, But like, I just want to clarify, like what my question was really honing on is the fact that not to say that Garou is stronger than Bang, but it's more of the question of what more does he have to learn from him. Garou he's as strong as he is because he's learned from different techniques that he just saw and replicated. He doesn't have that much to learn from Bang himself, other than he can hone in on and be more masterful of techniques he's already learned from Bang. But other than that, it's not that's something he could just do on his own. I don't think Garou is someone who needs Bang as a master anymore, considering how he learns and how he gets better. He's gotten better because he's fought other heroes and he's copied their techniques, and he's been able to be more versatile in his fighting. That's why he is the way he is. So if you lose that relationship with Garou because he doesn't have that much to learn from you, if you don't have that relationship to fall back on, then and it seems like that's the main reason why he wants to retire in the first place, then like I say, if you lose that relationship, then are you still thinking about retirement?
I mean, to me, I don't think. Obviously, we know Garou's strong. I don't think that's necessarily what Bang wants to teach him, if anything, because as we've seen from like this latest chapter, I know we should probably talk about these in order, but like the latest chapter, Bang definitely probably sees like a lot of himself in Garou as he was young. He's arrogant with his power. Like he's very talented, but he just kind of does what he wants. And I guess for me, what Bang wants is for the master disciple relationship is to teach him more about life. More, it just be like, hey, this isn't necessarily like the key to life, because someone like, as powerful, as talented as you are, someone will come and beat you. And hopefully that's kind of where the story goes with like Garou and Saitama. And then that kind of sets like, and that's kind of where it goes with, him trying to be like, there's more to life than just being strong and like living it just because you can do what you want. I'm hoping that's kind of what Bang really wants to teach with a master disciple relationship is like, his experiences.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. So just because he's kind of been in the same situation, similar situation to Garou, it's more he wants to temper him emotionally, the same way he would have had to temper himself when he got his ass whooped by Bomb. Yes, I think the exact same thing as Matt. It's more from my experience and from an emotional experience. This is what I have left to teach you, rather than the actual martial arts.
But interestingly enough, we can get into like the more emotional perspective of it rather than like the fighting aspect of it. But at the end of the day, considering who Bang was and who Garou is right now, the only way you can even get to a point like that to where you can teach him emotionally is if you beat him. Like the only reason why Bang changed is because Bomb, as Grim would say, putting them things on him.
Did that thing to him, bitch. Bumped his ass.
If you don't have overwhelming power like that, there's not going to be any reception to listen to you in the first place. So I think that also comes into play. He like Bang like I don't even think he has to like, even if he like narrowly beats him, I still don't know if Garou will listen to him.
Yeah.
No.
My other question. Sorry, go ahead.
Really strong to beat Garou, right? Someone who could really easily beat Garou to beat him, right? Okay. I'm going to keep that in my pocket and remember that in 2 years or so, whenever we get to this.
Yeah, the question I had was we're focused on the moment if Bang doesn't beat Garou, whether he would still retire. And my question there is, do you think he would still retire even if Garou beats him for his other students? Because I think he mentioned in the latest chapter how he felt like he neglected his students, not just Garou. So I feel like that's something he's looking to explore more into as well, which is, he wants to obviously have Garou back and have that master-student relationship, but he also has other students who he's looking forward to either gaining new students or maybe older students coming back and nurturing that relationship again.
I agree with that. I think like hopefully like hopefully it does work out between Bang and Garou. Probably won't, but I think there's definitely like, his future. I mean, like we know he's a legend in the martial arts world, even like without this, like he's so highly respected in the martial arts world. So if he goes back to teaching, people are going to want to study for him. I mean, like he even just like talking about like disregarding students, Chiranko. Like the first thing he did when Garou was on the loose was he beat up Chiranko, told him to get out of his dojo, and then but even although Chiranko was the only one who stayed. So I'd like to see maybe like a bit more of that. Like he's like, okay, Chiranko, I'm actually going to properly teach you now. And in my ideal world, after this whole arc's done, Tario goes and studies under Bang as well, after like his experiences with Garou. So like maybe it's like not a massive dojo, but maybe there's like a small group who are actually learning from Bang. And then that's kind of like, his second chance. Because he's been through an experience already where like his life got shaken up and he had to rebuild it. So maybe this is like a second time where, his life gets shaken up and he has to rebuild himself once again.
I think maybe not going along with what you said, Matt, but maybe another reason why I maybe don't want him to retire is because I fuck with the new Fubuki group, bro. Like, oh my god, This is a squad, bro. Like, and I'm not even talking about like the fighting that's going on here with the forward team, the forward portion. The first squad of the new Fubuki group. I'm talking about when we were chilling inside Tama's house, bro. The hot pot chapter, bro. Like, man, like.
I mean, it's like, it's small things between them as well. I mean, literally, like one of the redraws, literally, they Bang and Fubuki just have a nice scene where she's like, hey, I hope we can help Garou out, It's small, but it's good. I like it. And maybe that's what Bang will end up doing. We're saying all this stuff. Maybe he's going to be like personal instructor for the Fubuki group. And like, all of a sudden, they're all going to be like, there's just going to be like 50 of them walking around doing warp stream rock crushing fist.
Shit. He cock diesel ass niggas out there, right? Maybe. Alright, but let's get back to it. The things are about to heat up. Bang says, come, boy. About to do that thing to Garou, bro. High key, Garou has no chance, bro. Predictions before this shit, where niggas talking about some Bang hasn't even gone full power yet. Like, people were saying that Garou, that's new cock diesel, big, strong, super alloy Garou, bitch. But Bang's confidence definitely held straight. Bomb was worried though, like what's
I'm
about to
almost
happen?
certain no one said that.
That was me, bitch. And the fighters are off. So the first scene that we get in the fight is a shoulder or a forearm clash, right? See it stereotypically in anime. They sit there to match each other, not necessarily going too offensive with it, holding their stance and keeping a hand free. At the same time, they're attacking with their knees and shit. You already know the crazy styles that we saw in the Genos versus Garou fight when Genos was throwing a punch and then Garou just smacked that bitch down and slammed his ass into the ground with that sidekick. Bruh. The flexibility of these individuals is astounding, bro. Unmatched. They clash back and smoke just flies everywhere, bro. Bomb has to take cover, bitch, because of all the dust from that clash, bitch. But it's not over yet, bro. Garou starts first, comes in with that right hook over the top, bro. Bang synced that bitch though. Bang synced it and threw that bitch up with a deflection, bro. Right as he deflected it though, he came with that left cannon, that left side cannon, bro. But it's Garou. Boy, it's Garou. He coming back with his left hand and a swipe to deflect that shit too, bro. And he has his abandonment breath too as well. We saw it with Bang at the beginning of the fight. He just face had all shadowed. Murata did an amazing job shading Bang's face to show the ferocity in his white eyes and the cloud of breath that had come out, displaying his difference, the difference in breathing technique, that he's about to breathe super different to clap your shit, bro. Like, it's a whole different story, a whole different game when niggas start breathing different to beat your ass, bro. Like, whew. But Garou got it too. Now we get the instant them going back and forth, bro. We get a jab, we get a kick, another kick, matched by Garou's kick, and then Garou comes around and tries to kick him from the back. But Bang blocks every single one. Every single exchange, Bang's in there blocking, bro. And Garou ain't getting clapped, bro. He's in there blocking and shit too. Bomb's commentary mentions he's trading even blows with Bang at full power. Has his power increased yet again? This is the part where we had speculation during the week. We didn't know whether Garou had gotten stronger in the fight with Bomb and then in the fight with Bang. It seemed like during the Bomb fight, he was getting stronger. Declaring or I guess solidifying the fact that not only are we like, or did we previously get like verbal context and clear indication that Garou was getting stronger, right? Like in the Darkshine fight, right? Where he was, at first he was asleep and then he was getting clapped and then he matched the Super Alloy Bazooka, bro. Then he matched the Double Bazooka, displaying his strength growing. Even Darkshine's commentary in the fight was describing that. This is a quicker instance. The Bomb fight was portions of just one chapter, not even multiple chapters spread out. Portions of just one chapter. And it got cleaned up. This is the solidifying evidence that yes, Garou's abilities have improved so much that now he's gaining power, getting stronger mid-fight up against S-class individuals. He doesn't have to get beat down to a bloody pulp, almost like a Zenkai. That we can remove the whole Zenkai context now. Garou is getting power in big fast. Bang even has this thought: awakening breath, a technique that draws from the very limits of one's body. He's mastered it from just one glance. I think, didn't we see this before? Didn't we see him just do something like that? Do it on abandonment breath before?
You cut out at the last part. What did you say?
Haven't we seen Bang do abandonment breath before? Or not Bang, Garou.
When we first saw it, I think maybe. You talking about before this?
Yeah, before this fight.
I don't think so.
No, I'm not sure. I don't remember. What are you thinking?
I don't know exactly. Maybe we were just like speculating or arguing. I'm not sure. I don't know. Regardless of that, Bang has seen it for the first time himself here, and he's not okay with it. So he goes harder too. Kicks and sends Garou flying, bro. This is the second, I think the third instance where we see Garou get sent flying by these top tier S-class individuals, indicating that while he's in there, he's got the finesse, he may not have the complete ferocious power that they have, or maybe he doesn't have the application that they have. Darkshine sent him flying, Bomb sent him flying, and now Bang sent him flying. And I forgot about, bro, the wild Bang, bro. How you get speed blitz midair, bro? You get thrown midair and then somebody speed blitzed you, bro. Bruh. Bang did it to him and then hit him with the shoulder toss, a tackle of sorts, and sent him flying again. I don't think Garou has a chance. And then Bang tries to come from the top and slack him down with a what's that called? Steve, double fish from the top, smackdown. What's that called?
Shit, I don't even know. I feel like I should know.
Yeah, because they do this in every anime. Like somebody comes from the top, sends them right back down. Damn! I think Suiryu did that too, bro.
Like a gum bazooka.
Shit, damn near bazooka that nigga. Ooh, I like that, Steve. We'll coin that shit. Sends him right back down, but bro, Garou ain't falling for it, bitch. Garou ain't falling for it, bitch. Deflects the bazooka and then grabs Bang's neck and starts spinning him to the ground and just pile drivers his ass into the concrete, bro. Just what is it? The leaf lotus or the lotus leaf? It was no. What's it called? Whatchamacallit? That's what it's called. The flying lotus, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's Flying Lotus from Rock Lee. It's Lion's Barrage from Sasuke. And it's Uzumaki Barrage from Naruto.
Hey, bruh. The Flying Lotus, bitch. Fuck no Barrage. Fuck no Lions. Bruh.
The Hidden Lotus.
Bruh. That's what it was. The hidden... Put his ass in the dirt. Hey, where you learn that from, Garou? Hey, Garou been watching anime, dude. That's what it is, bruh. Garou been tripping. Yo. But Bang a tank, bro. Bang a tank. You think Darkshine's strong? Shit. Bang hops right back up. He's got a little blood on his forehead. He's got some dust and dirt and everything. He says, you're much more worth teaching now than when you were my disciple. You twisted punk. He said he was trash when he was a disciple, man. So you chicks, man, you ain't had no skill, bro. Complete contrast to what we know from Garou. And I've pointed this out. This is probably my main evidence for why Atomic Samurai is a better teacher than Bang. Because the reason why Garou is this strong The reason why Garou is at this point, the reason why Garou survived Rover, the reason
There's
why
always an agenda.
fuck out of here. The reason why Garou survived Orochi, the reason why Garou survived Garou is not because of the water stream lock smashing fist. It's because of his own innate abilities. His own power is the reason why he got through all that. The only person he overcame with the water stream is Tank Top. That's it. And maybe you could say, sure, Metal Bat. Those are the only two instances of heroes who, by implementing the water stream, he was able to overcome them. The rest of these heroes, he had to Zenkai. He had to push through, and he had to...
Oh my god.
Wow, Garou got his car drove off.
They're like... Not stupid.
I will say, sure, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, I mean, it's not like Metal Bat and Tank Top were weak. They were two S-class opponents, you know? Like, I mean, Iron is not beating either of those two. And
That's crazy.
Obviously, like,
That's crazy. You don't got Eon over Tank Top, bro. Eon just fought even natural water, bitch.
You've got Iron over Tank Top?
Nigga, what? Who hasn't Eon fought, bro? How many dragons? Bro, Eon has fought more dragons than anybody here, bitch.
This man had his heart started by a Tank Top. Tank Top's got something special about him. Okay?
Hey, bro. Don't make me say it. Don't make me say it, Matt. It's the Tank Top.
Where's the Tank Top?
It's the Tank Top.
That's like saying, oh, yeah, it's the sword.
I don't know if you come through that tank top, man.
Yo, what? This nigga just said he's not cut through it. Yo, stop it, bro.
It's like Gurren Lagann. Believe in the Tank Top who believes in you.
Yo, Satsuki just said the flashy slash would deflect off the tank top. Yo.
Hang on, let's not, drag this out. Give it 5 minutes and Gurren's like, no, the serious punch can't break through the tank top.
I mean, but honestly, when Fear Ugly was doing that thing, the tank top master, that tank top was intact the whole time.
Yo.
He definitely didn't get that shit from the corner store.
That's for sure.
I hope he did. That'd be the best.
Local tank top. All right. Now, Bang got smacked into the ground, and Garou was hype about it, bruh. Low-key, we're still in a speculative context of whether Garou is asleep or whether he's awake. Whether Garou is sleep fighting or whether he's a monster now. I don't believe we have enough evidence with the past two chapters to distinguish between the two. Do you guys have any thoughts about this?
Wait. Before that. How are you guys reading Garou's dialogue when he says shit like this? Like, are you reading it in his normal voice or like a monster version of his voice? Like how Hollow Ichigo said different things.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, to me, this is different. I mean, there's still the thing that everyone thinks that he's still asleep at this point.
That shit really was an iconic thing.
There's only two extremes for me. It's either like Hollow Ichigo or it's ASMR.
Yo.
Mate, this is ASMR Garou.
Grrr.
No, I can't do.
Thank you for trying. Thank you. It's okay.
It got to be a monster voice, man, because I can't imagine it any other way. But I don't know, man. The whole sleep fighting thing, I feel like I do have to lean towards that. As weird as it sounds, like he's just fighting off of pure instinct, just because I feel like there will be at some point in time where Garou actually talks like a regular human being. Because if not, I feel like the emotion of this fight is sort of lost if Garou can't actually respond to what Bang is saying, if he's fully monsterfied in this whole fight, So I don't think it's the same degree as like when he fought Puri, for example, but I do think there is like that loss of consciousness in his human emotions in this fight right now.
Just to question that, if do you think it would be emotional though if if Bang literally threw everything at him and he still didn't react? Would the emotional weight of that be how Bang, who cares so much about Garou, has thrown everything he can, but he still can't get through to him?
Okay, not to say that that wouldn't be emotional, but I'm saying if Garou had his consciousness intact, it would be more emotional if he, like, for example, like had like a dialogue where he said, like, "This is who I am" or something like that. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
No,
I
no, no. I'm just, of course.
Yeah, I'm not saying like the emotion isn't like, you know, it's non-existent. I'm just saying I feel like I'll be even more invested if Garou was having dialogue that, you know, responded to what Bang was saying during this fight.
For sure. But like, I don't know. I like the whole monster thing that's going on. I definitely did have a voice change for him though, for real. Like I wouldn't say it's like, it's not high pitched. It's more like a low growl. But yeah, yeah, for sure. What was it that I asked before that?
What the question you asked was about the whole sleeping thing.
Oh, okay, yeah, you guys answered it already. Yeah, all right, bet. Yeah, I don't know.
So, what was the next bit of the fight? Was that just when it gets to is that where we are now? 150.
No. There's one more part right between us, but fucking this shit's going slow.
Yeah, I was gonna say because that was 148, right?
Yeah. Now we're on to 149.
Oh,
Fubuti. Ooh.
I see somebody say they were tired of like the cover pages with Fubuki, and I was just like, why? Why? what
It was
what do
some
you got
gay nigga,
going
probably.
on? Like what do you got going on to make Fubuki be like a part of the chapter that you don't enjoy? Like what happened?
Oh shit! I guess that really was. Yeah, 150 is is the next part of the fight. Yeah. Okay.
Don't
Alright.
disparage the gays. We don't want to John Gruden here.
Oh no.
All right. So here we go. This is now chapter 150 that we are covering. Once again, guys, if you guys want to follow along with us because we cannot show the images on the screen for copyright reasons, check the link in the description to any of the videos, including this one. Check the portion that says Discord. Click the link below it. It will take you to a free community where you can discuss One Punch Man as well as anything else anytime you'd like. There, you are able to click any of the links there, and it will safely take you to the different links of all the chapters and other different manga as well. Let's begin. Unfulfilled dreams come with youth. Wandering thoughts come with age. One Punch Man. 150. Master and Disciple. So, what are you guys thinking of the fight so far? Like visually.
When it comes to just like hands being thrown, it's pretty cool. I won't speak too much about that, but I'll just say my enjoyment from the fight comes more on the emotional side of it, other than the actual like choreography and like how it looks. It's more so on the personal side of this narrative between Garou and Bane.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. There's fights that I'd like have more spectacle. I mean, things like the whole, just like the whole Psycho's chase scene, for example, with Drive Night and Genos was like pure spectacle, like showing off choreography. But I agree with that. This one's just more about like, you know, like it's not by any means bad. It's just not like a proper like crazy One Punch Man fight. It's just here to be like, okay, while these guys are fighting, this is what it's really about.
I agree. We're definitely getting like a lot of hand-to-hand context though. Like there's definitely a lot of choreography going on. But the focus is 100% more the emotional aspect. While other times, like we can just take the Metal Bat fight, for example. The fight up against Metal Bat was, oh my god, that thing, boy. Like
Yeah.
you were just.
sorry, do you think it's also because of the kind of fight it is? So, like, One Punch Man fights are so varied because of like monsters and heroes and how there's so many different fighting styles. But whereas this one is literally just two martial artists going at each other, do you think that's maybe why this one's a bit less in comparison?
That I don't know if somebody else wants to answer, but I can't keenly, excuse me, agree with that point because I was kind of bored during the super tournament until like Suryu started fighting niggas for real and when they were monsterfied. Is I don't know, maybe it's just a style of like how it happens or because it's just hand to hand stuff, but I definitely agree that like it's not the fight isn't like it's still an S class fight, like S tier fight, but it's just hand to hand shit. But the hand to hand stuff that's going on is like like where else are you gonna get this? Like
I mean, that is just a crazy thing about One Punch Man. Is literally like this is a really good fight, but like we're like it's good, but it's not the best, you know.
100%, man. Sundown?
Yeah, I actually I'm a little bit different. I like the fight, and I think it's because more than the tournament arc, this feels like every hit has a lot of weight behind it. Like when he hits Bang and when Bang hits him, there feels like there's so much impact between them and between every hit, that each of them could like it could be a knockout blow every time they hit each other, and that's what they're trying to go for. So I've really liked it, and I think what I've also really liked is that they've been mirroring each other up until this chapter because they've both been using the same fight style. And now with this explosion release, Garou's changing his fight style, and that's kind of what Bomb picks up on as well. He's like, "Yo, this isn't what it should look like. If Bang actually used his form of it, then he'd have kind of the upper hand, and we'd get to see more of what we'd seen before, which is the kind of mirror image of each other." But I suppose that's kind of part of the subtext here, which is Bang isn't willing to mirror kind of what he's created or what he was before. He's made a new version of himself, and that's what he's going to stick to, and that's what Garou's kind of diverged from or diverted from.
Steve?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
What do you think of the fight so far, visually and in its context?
I guess I would kind of compare this fight to the average One Piece fight, where it's like Sasuke said, it's more about what the characters are experiencing rather than how it looks aesthetically. So, and it probably doesn't help that it's just two guys throwing hands, whereas sometimes we see people with tentacles and throwing around electric beams and rockets and shit like that. So it's just not too impressive from an actual combat standpoint, like the choreography and everything. But as far as the story that's being told in the fight, it's something that I've been looking forward to for years now. So to see it actually happen, I think it's beautiful.
Yeah, man, this is it. Like, this is a culmination of like not just a few years, but quite a few chapters of like they gotta fight. Like, you're doing wrong, you're sinning, and eventually somebody's gonna confront you about it. And you fucked over Tank Top, you fucked over Metal Bat, you fucked over Spring, you fucked over Golden Ball, you fucked over the AB 8. You tried to fuck over Genos. You tried to fuck over Bang one time. You tried to fuck over Rover. You got taught a lesson. Tried to fuck over Orochi. You got put in your place. What's next, girl? You gonna fuck with Darkshine? You almost got that. But what happens here? It's been a long ass journey. Like this fight has a lot of context on it, a lot of weight behind it. Cause I don't mean to keep rambling, but like if this fight continues, I don't think we're just gonna get this like new explosion fist. This is the defining moment. If this fight continues, we could potentially see Garou employ all of the capabilities that he's learned throughout all these fights. We saw Bang make a comment about Garou's movements whenever he first fought him during the EC encounter. Like, oh, who taught you to move like that? Why are you moving like that or whatever? Like, that was just the watchdog adjustments. What else has he learned? I'm still super optimistic about seeing a super alloy or an overgrown implementation. Like, whether it's him sending out bomb cannons from his fists, from his hands, but like a Kamehameha, whatever it is, or whether it's like just him just tanking anything and everything, but like it's food. But like I don't know what it's gonna be. Whether it's him throwing an actual bazooka fist. What if he does that? Like I don't know. But I'm expecting to see some new moves that he's learned, something new that he's implementing, that he's used. Because if he was taking stuff from guys like that, like Watchdog back then, what is he gonna take from Darkshine? Like, are we gonna see Garou do some tackle? Like, it's boom, just hit stick bang. Like, are we gonna see that? Like, I don't know, bro. I just need Garou to throw out a fire cannon, but that's what I need. Just some rover level blast, but something like that, and then Garou can have the whole storyline. But fuck it. Now, let's discuss the explosion release fist. Mom notices it, and then he notices it because of the stance that he takes. And the context is that technique that you sealed so long ago. Why does he know of it? Bang replies, while Garou was fleeing the dojo, he broke into the safe and snuck a look at the scroll containing secret techniques. I ran in quickly and he couldn't escape with them, at least. So he got a grasp of it with just one reading, that wicked technique. And we got context to what the technique is. It describes, it's how Bang was fighting when he was in his troubled youth. He was an alpha looking for a challenge, just running through anything and everyone that stood in front of him. It was a ferocious fighting style. Now we have the context of Garou utilizing it. We just talked about how it's really about the characters and how their emotional development is intertwined with every fist, basically, that we see thrown and every piece of movement. Is this like the pinnacle of Garou's failure? Or Garou's faults? Or the wrong that Garou's doing by using this technique? Or like, is him attacking heroes that? Like, we've seen Garou do a bunch of things that like... Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just listening.
We've seen Garou like do a bunch of things that like cross the line. Whether it's an emotional line, whether it's a human line, whether it's a line of right and wrong. We all have different emotional standards, but to the biggest commonalities amongst all of our emotional standards, right? Or human standards even. Because personally, when I saw Garou eating the flesh and the bones of a monster, that was him crossing the line. That was him showing us that, okay, yeah, he's on that transformation, on that path. Like, he's going there. Just, I guess, seeing him disregard Tario like that, he's like, go. Even though he had to save him. We know he told Tario to leave because he had to fight Rover and he couldn't protect him. And we know that. But he doesn't really... How do I put this? Like, is Garou using this fighting style the worst thing he's done? Like, the evilest thing he's done?
Definitely not. Okay, so like this is how I look at it in that context. It's like, because I think what's important about when answering a question like that is looking at it from Garou's perspective. So him using this technique for Garou, and we don't got his perspective on it since we didn't hear him talk or thinking about it. But from how he's adopted other techniques, for him, it's just literally adding something to his arsenal. We don't know how much Bang has told his students not to use that, or how much he's tried to shield them away from it, or how much he's told them about it. From Garou's perspective, as far as we know, it's just another tool to his belt. So we know how much this technique, how much Bang dreads this technique and like how bad it was and whatnot, just through testimony and how the story presents it. But I don't think that really applies to Garou. So no, I wouldn't say like him using this technique is anywhere near to like one of the worst things he's done. And from a moral standpoint, he probably doesn't even see it as bad.
Yeah, I mean, like, to Bang, this might be like one of the worst things that he's done, because like the last thing he really doesn't want him to become like how he was. I mean, one of my favorite bits of art in this is literally the first time we see Bang when he's young, because it is almost like the exact same pose that Garou pulled when we first saw him, you know. But I think the whole thing of that is like, to Bang, that's probably like one of the worst things, because he's just me when I was younger, and I did not, and like looking back, that's not who I was happy with. But in terms of like actual worse things, I mean, probably doing things like tearing off Blue Fire's arm at the very beginning is probably a bit worse than learning a fighting style.
I get that, but like, I want to add this context because it sounds goofy. Like how you just replied is really how I said it, so I gotta add context to it. Bang mentioned, or I think it was Garou mentioned. No, it was Bang said that like whenever he fought Bomb, like he was trying to kill him with every attack, but Bomb was never trying to kill him with any of his attacks, and he beat him. Some shit like that. Hold on, let me find the quote. Because that's the context that I'm trying to give to this stance. Like,
yeah, there's no killing intent behind any of Bomb's attacks.
Exactly. There wasn't, but Bang was trying to kill him. So I'm trying to add the context that like this fighting style not only has the context of like, he's trying to kill you, but yeah, it's a crazy offensive aggressive fighting style. But you're trying to kill even somebody who you're like is your family.
I see what you're going for now, because Garou's especially been like, I'm not for killing.
Exactly.
Like,
yes.
Garou's never really killed a person, but like that fighting style is pretty much, it's all about just like doing a lot of damage to people. Okay.
Yeah, my shit's freezing. Like, yeah. Sorry guys for like the crazy buffering that's going on. Like, I'm just having a horrible connection right now. PC super slow. Yeah, you guys will be able to see it clearly or listen to it clearly once it uploads. But just bear with us while we go through it. Let me see here, looking for this.
Yeah, I got it. So it's like Bang was the real deal, therefore he understood. His fist was filled from killing intent from start to finish, but his eldest brother's fist had none the entire time.
Yeah. Maybe Garou does have the intent to kill. Hopefully he doesn't, though.
I mean, that might just be because of like his monster side taking over more. It's just like instinct. It's like negative instinct more than anything. So like we've said, like we know Garou isn't fully there because he's not responding at all. It's like monster responses. So when like there's more of a human side to him, we'll see how he changes up then.
Right.
Yeah, I think for Bang, just contextually, it's not obviously the worst thing that's happened. It's probably the most shocking thing that's happened, because they've been fighting, as Bomb says actually this chapter, in their like defensive martial art, which is Bang's water stream rock smashing fist. So that's a very, very defensive, but also has offensive elements to it. And the fact that Garou switched to a more offensive style doesn't really change the fact that he's been, I think, hitting and basically shooting to kill from the get-go. I don't think he's been holding back. He's just been using a more defensive martial art, and now he's gone onto the offensive side of things. But yeah, from Bang's perspective, it's definitely shocking. He's just like, crap, like I got to deal with not just Garou doing this, but the fact that I basically gave him the keys to the kingdom. He learned this from my dojo. So it's kind of confronting the fact that he was like that when he was young, and kind of like we said earlier on, confronting his former self, essentially.
Speaking of his former self, we start the flashback of Bang. Boy, this guy looks wild. What are your thoughts on young Bang? Little bang.
You know what I'm saying? He put the bang and bang. You seen the three bitches? Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, bang out there clapping cheeks.
Boy, I was like, bro, that's what made it. It made it so cool, and it also
Is
made
that
it
Lily?
embarrassing because. Wait, what?
Nothing. Go ahead. It made it what?
It was cool and embarrassing because, like, damn, I'm like, he really got the 3 hole, and they all bad, man. Look at he ain't got no 6 out of 10 girls. You know what I'm saying? 8 and above. He knew how to pick them. I'm like, okay, you doing your thing out there, but then we put it in the contest. He got his ass whooped. He got his ass whooped in front of the bitches, man. In front of the hoes. Oh my god. He looked dope, but man. He looked dope after bomb came through.
No, I thought we'd always get like a Bang and Garou flashback. I never thought we'd just get like a young Bang flashback. It was really good. Last thing I ever expected from Bang, he was going to be this kind of character when he was younger. I always thought he'd just be like, oh, I'm a martial artist who's developed in my ways. Like the last thing, like, you know, him taking down guys left and right, drinking with women. It's insane. Like, you know, no problem, you know, against like as we said, killing intent on his brother, you know, fully going to kill his brother just because he was like, this is the life you lead. Like the smugness, the attitude, I loved it. Like it's just so different to see, and it was great.
Yeah, and I think you asked this earlier, Grim, whether Bang was a lot like Suryu when he was younger, and I think he's kind of like a perfect halfway between Garou and Suryu, in the sense that I don't feel like Suryu would go out and just kind of like clap people for the sake of clapping people. He wasn't that guy. He would clap people in a tournament, but not just kind of out on the street like it looks like Bang was doing here. But that's definitely something Garou would do. So I feel like, and then like the ladies and stuff like that, that's definitely something Suryu would do. So I feel like he's a perfect halfway between the two of them. And that was interesting to see as well. Kind of that type of character is Bang or was Bang, and he's completely different now.
Steve, how do you feel about Lil Bang?
I think he's pretty freaking cool. He's out there, you know, doing what young martial artists do. Got the ladies, got the hands, killing niggas. You know, I think everyone else summed it up pretty nicely.
Damn, bro. Speaking of the hoes, these top tier entries, bro. Like these are definitely better than the females that one association executive was trying to bribe and shit. Like these are baddies, bitch. Like,
oh yeah, they're definitely in the upper echelon. They got the body, they got the face, they got it all.
mm-hmm.
I mean, we don't know nothing about their personality, but I mean,
Personality, what's that?
oh my god, oh my
Such
god.
a respectable Johnson.
The outward appearance, they have it in abundance. So, like I said, man, Bane knew how to pick them. He knew what he was doing. So it kind of gives more credence to when I don't know if you said it, but I know a lot of people were like trying to bring this narrative that Bang and Bomb was trying to holler at Fubuki. I don't know now anymore. Maybe he was trying to spit game.
For
Low
sure. This nigga, he was like that from Buki titties.
He's just used to him.
Them titties, bro. And then Bomb was sitting there smiling like, yeah.
I knew what he used to do back in the day.
Shit, bro. Now, Fubuki know what she doing, bro. Wind of Blood Bang. Damn, bro. Damn,
It's a hard nickname. I like Bonds better though.
Hell yeah. What that nigga said? Hold on, was he? Wind of Death.
Oh, when that wind blows, a body drop.
That's the difference between them. It's like, hey, when my wind blows, you get a cut. When my wind blows, you actually just lose your life. It's the difference. Even before the fight began, we should have been like, that's like the ultimate like Yeah, that's how the fight goes.
Bro, bomb cock diesel, bro. God damn,
No reason, man.
He'll
For
put-
why was he the strong man? Who is you fighting,
For
bro?
real, bro. That's what bro, I need to see
Damn.
that, bro. Who y'all niggas fighting, bro? Like, come on.
Well, you don't see what he's wearing underneath his clothes. There could be a tank top.
Oh my
Bro,
God.
this nigga really Nigga say you gotta take top on.
Oh my God, bro.
Wyndham, take top.
A little longer. That Genos my cousin. We've been to cookouts and everything, man. You know what I'm saying? Shopping at Walmart together. Went to Six Flags and shit. Chilling.
Shit, man. Genos is getting. Listen, bro. If anybody deserves a clap Tatsumaki's cheeks, it's Genos. King has lost that. But shit, bro.
Damn.
He's about to low key. This next chapter might regain him the rights to Tatsumaki's cheeks again, because it looks like he's about to save him. Because you have Genos here questioning himself. So this is the end result of abandoning my flesh and body to be oh, Juck, I forgot about this, bro. Bro, high key, deep character development, deep plot point right here. Gotta read this verbatim again. Weak. So this is the end result of abandoning my flesh and body to be endlessly enhanced by the doctor's most advanced cybernetics.
You want to elaborate on that?
I mean, this is what Genos' entire storyline is about. What happens when Genos fails? Upgrades. What happens when Genos loses? Upgrades. Isn't this character known as a joke in the beginning of the by the community as, oh, if Genos lost again? All kinds of memes. Classic memes of Genos losing. That was his trope. And what does he do every single time? Upgrade. Get stronger. Get stronger. We even have overestimations whenever he claimed that you would need Tatsumaki, Saitama, and the whole squad, man. Everybody else, man, just for Goketsu alone, himself. And what did he do? Get upgrades for that. He literally got upgrades for that. So.
Well, here comes one of my classic crazy theories, then. The next upgrade might be the one that retroactively brings that line home. Okay, he says, I threw away my flesh and blood. Well, what if whatever part of him is actually still organic at this point? What if the Kuzuno can like clone that to where he now has like a bio-cybernetic upgrade, and his whole body is now more integrated in that fashion, where he can then train like a regular person and get stronger through the methods that we've seen many characters do. And he can still pile on upgrades, but he doesn't necessarily have to at that point.
I definitely think this line alludes to resorting back to bionics or biology, but I don't know. Like, nothing that you said is like implausible. Like it's that's probably more likely, because I'm thinking House of Evolution type interaction. Because Dr. Genius is out of the story immediately before we got to this arc. A zombie man was over there talking with Dr. Genos. I think it was like chapter 92 or something like that. A few chapters before the meeting where they got told to, oh, you're going to go here for this assault. They were doing it. They were talking. So I wouldn't be surprised if Dr. Genos comes back in and to do something crazy in regards to assisting Genos. Maybe even joining the new Fubuki group. Because he seems to be like the I guess the cutting edge or the front line, the frontier of biology and like evolution and all that shit like that, like making things like alive creatures. Biogenics, I believe it is. But Kuseno is on like the maybe not the cutting edge, right next to it, but it's basically the cutting edge. He's in competition with Bofoi, and we haven't seen Bofoi's systems. And from what I can tell, Kuseno has just made a system superior to Bofoi's Meta Knight. If that's his best drone, his favorite drone, Now, maybe he's not his most capable or most powerful, but it's his favorite drone. Then Kuseno's already surpassed that. So if Kuseno can somehow make some amazing, great biomechanics for Genos, sure, I'd be down to see that shit. It'd be interesting to see actually, because I'm used to like just cock diesel metal stronger, just more upgrades, man, more cannons, man. That's all you really need, man. When you got some cannons, the way to get better is with more cannons, man. That's really all you need. I'm used to that. So I don't know what it would be like to see Genos with like muscles or like human parts or whatever. It might be weird. You might get like some weird Pinocchio effect or some shit like that. I don't know.
I feel like the other aspect of this that we're not talking about is the fact that it also shows you how much trust he puts in Dr. Kuseno, because for you to abandon your flesh and your body essentially to get stronger means that you had to have a lot of faith in those upgrades and advanced cybernetics. Like, I of course, like if I think about it, like what I would do, I'm not giving up my dick just based on a dream of what you could do for me. Like even if you gave me like a demonstration of what you could possibly do, like, nah, like that's a hard thing to abandon.
Satsuki, let me ask you this question.
What's up?
Let's say that Matt went to your house one day after y'all were playing video games for a minute and drinking and shit. Then he left.
All right.
And then he came back at night. And he killed your whole family, bro. He killed everybody in your family, bro. All them niggas, bro. Killed your whole family, bro. Everybody, bro. Your mother, your brother, your sister, your uncle, bro. Your daddy, your cousin's third removed. It killed your whole family, bro. Everybody in your family is just dead. They killed them all, bro. Even people that you thought you weren't gonna see for a long time, they came back to visit and he killed them, bro. All that same day, bro. That same night, he killed your whole family, bro. All them niggas, bro. Just dead, fucking dead, bro. Matt killed them all, fucking dead. And you know what he did too? He left the English flag all over their bodies too when he left, bro. He just dropped that shit, bro. All of them shit.
He put his game rag on their bodies.
Bro, like cars, just drop them shits, bro. Every single body that he killed, bro, just drop that shit there too, bro. Like,
damn.
Fuck, man, like, this nigga, like, he get a whole family, man. Like, man, some
damn, Matt.
Yeah, bro. And then Sundown came through and was like, "Yo, bro, I can't find Matt. He's like fucking gone, bro. But like, I've been going to this engineering school, and I can do that thing for you, bro. Like, I can get you this shit to get the nigga who killed your whole family, bro. Like, this nigga killed your whole family, Satsuki, like, but I can suit you up. And perpetually. If the first thing I give you fails, I can get you something else. And I promise, I got you. No expense spared. I got you. Don't worry about no money. If you worry about killing this nigga, I'm with you. Whoa. Your whole family, Satsuki, everybody fucking dead. Just English cards, English rags, just thrown flags everywhere all over. Cause they're all fucking dead. They're fucking dead, Satsuki.
They're dead.
What would you do?
See, it's not even because you put it in that context. It's more so like as you were talking, I was thinking more about it. But okay, well, the first of what I would do, I'm getting a gun. Like, what did he do to my family that made me like lose faith in me, like beating Matt 1-on-1? Like, I'm gonna just get a gun. I don't know how he killed him. If we put in that context, like, I gotta see what made Matt so strong to destroy my entire family.
The flags that were thrown in the bodies were all covering the midsection in which he had like he ate through with his mouth in single bites.
Oh my god, man! And
then he installed reptilian parts instead. Yeah, so like he would rip out their spine with their liver, stomach, bottom, lower part of their lungs, a few ribs, and the rest of the shit up in that bitch right there in that little corridor right there.
Okay.
Yeah, and then he would replace it. Hold on, with reptilian parts, bitch. Just like reptilian shit. Just put it right back up in there, and it would be intact, bitch. It would be intact, and it would fit in everything. But covered with fucking English rags, and they're all dead. Bro. Fucking dead.
Matt is crazy. I don't think I like Matt no more, man. Damn, why you did that?
You think that gun's enough still now? What's up, Gish?
Matt, you've kind of been silent through all this, but I want to clarify something. Are you Gums? Because, like, he was talking about eating shit that shouldn't be eaten, you know what I mean?
It sounds like you worse than Gums. Gums don't taunt you like that.
No, it's like, it seems like he might be the origin of Gums here. So now we know where Gums comes from.
What did you say what did you say his calling card was? After he kills everyone, he just throws like a Jaffa cake on the ground or something.
He likes the Union Jack. Just Union Jack and maybe some tea all over the fucking
He drops a pound coin.
It's like the Joker card or some shit.
It's like, all hell the queen, motherfucker.
Oh, okay, to be serious though, to like what I thought of, and when you were saying what you were saying, is that
they're all fucking dead.
No. I think a reason why Genos probably did it is because it's a faster way than training. You know what I'm saying? It's a more it's instant gratification, like instant strength, easy way to boost your power. Cybernetics. Done, easy. No training for how many ever years that you see other martial artists have. You know, that's probably came into why he decided to do it as well, is because it was a faster method to getting stronger.
Definitely agree with that. That's definitely a valid point. I don't know why we didn't get that much context for him being in such a hurry to kill them, but he just said that he'd been like searching for a while, or like he'd been searching for the person. But either way, I guess the final question to ask before we go on to King and then in the podcast is, we can clearly tell that Genos is becoming stronger with capabilities, for sure. But I mean, is his fighting style an indication of like him getting stronger, like overall? Like, because if like, do you is in any sense possible, right? Emotionally, as a character, maybe mentally, is there a sense in which Genos isn't getting stronger or isn't progressing as a character? Do you feel any regression in Genos at all in the story so far?
Nah. Like, and I feel like in some way it correlates, but he's becoming more of a hero, and in that could also play into like him being stronger. And the reason why I say like having that hero mentality may correlate with strength, just when it pertains to the heroes, of course, it's kind of like I kind of want to relate this to Kingdom in some way, like how they talk about like this strength of a great general. If anybody has read Kingdom, it's not necessarily because you are strong, because there are characters like that, like Hulken, but he was missing something that he never knew that he was missing, that great generals had. It's related to pussy, yeah, no. But in One Punch Man, it's like being this hero also means like being confident in yourself too. I think that comes along with it, and as Genos gets better with that, it seems like he's getting stronger as well. Just to give an example, like Bomb and Bang, I'm pretty sure when it came to their fighting capabilities, they weren't far off from each other. But Bomb had this mentality to where it's like, I don't need to kill you to beat your ass. You know, he was more of a hero than Bang at that time. And then, as Bang did, change his style and did different things, you could say he got stronger. And I think in the same way, like as Genos changes his mentality into being more of a hero that we see today, not blowing himself up or anything like that, he's getting stronger as a correlation to that.
Yeah, I mean, nothing to add. Satsuki, I think, just nailed it on the head. There's more to. There's not just being a hero, just physical strength. There's mental strength, and like the mental growth Genos is going through right now is going to be super important for the future for him.
Well said. What's wrong, slug boy?
No. Black sperm is worse than I thought, and I don't know how that's possible.
So, just very quickly, we've actually got. Is this like an actual number for black sperm now? Like, 'cause we always wondered like what his limit was.
No,
But
that
is it
is
just like 5 billion, or is he just being like, whatever?
Yeah, that's definitely the like 100%. That's clearly the context. He's being sarcastic. I would not take that as the actual value of the number that he has. I wouldn't. 449,100,712,554 of me.
Oh man, that's the way to talk shit, bro. But like you did good. Like you got rid of like not even 1% of my shit. That's cool. Oh my god, bro. I'd have been mad.
Shit, bro. Like, fuck. This man is strongest cadre? Confirmed now?
Right now, without a doubt, man.
Yeah, I mean, he's generally the only one. I'm like, Saitama's got to be the one to stop him.
You know, because like I was talking about Homeless Emperor with the offensive power, but like, bro, what the fuck, bro? Like one of these niggas is just an issue for any B class is not beating one black sperm, anyone, and then you go to A class, you may have some that may be able to like hang with him, but even that's still a question. That's just one black sperm, bro. This nigga is in the billions. That's insane.
He's 500 billion at the moment.
I think one of the biggest questions I've got about black sperm now is he's this crazy powerful. Like, well, has he been doing this whole time? Like, if he's this strong, and we know, and like from what we've seen, he's crazy. Like, either like, what's his origin, or like, why has he been like lying low for so long?
Hold on.
Why is it now?
I created his origin
No, fuck out of here. I created his origin long ago.
What's the Murata version?
No. Fuck Murata. Fuck Murata. Fucking clown. This is about Satsuki.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Y'all did this.
Let's move on.
What, man? You don't want to hear about?
No, I've heard it. Like, I've been around for a while. We've heard this multiple times.
Oh my lord. Do your thing, man.
No, don't do your thing.
Oh shit! No, I'm just leave it.
Say, Kishin, do you want to end the podcast? Because otherwise, you're going to keep giggling.
Heard it all before.
All right. But yeah, black sperm,
baby, that.
black sperm, big strong. So King's showing up. You guys excited?
Hell yeah, nigga. I already knew what it was as soon as I saw the engine thumping. I knew what was happening. We about to enter peak fiction right now.
This is better than all of JoJo.
Wait.
But all that.
I don't want to get off King, but I feel like we can have this time, bro. We just kind of like skipped over like Genos' whole his whole like unrelenting nature in that fight with Black Sperm that has to be addressed, and that's the reason why I like Genos. Like, dog, he will fight to his last nail, tool.